Survivors, the 2019 Steppin Out Peak Advocates, who really exemplify this power of togetherness. So please welcome Jamie Dahl and Julie Nordeen.
Hi everyone. Thank you so much for having us here. Jamie and I are honored to be here today. My name is Julie, by the way. I really struggled with what to say to this group. You're so different from any other group I would talk to. You already know, many of you, more than I know. So what can I tell you that would be different from what you already know? So here goes. 4 years ago, I was on the 5th floor of the new Legacy Hospital building, watching all the walkers in pain go by. My son, Will, had been diagnosed with Burkitt's lymphoma, an extremely aggressive cancer, and our family was in the middle of a 3-month stay at Chateau Gunderson, as we called the hospital, for his treatment. Dr. Bob Ettinger was my son's pediatric oncologist. Dr. Bob often says that there is always good that comes out of even the most horrible times of our life. I laugh because Dr. Bob is that good, having become a dear friend, mentor, role model, and father figure to everyone in our family. Our family got through Burkitt's lymphoma, and my then 4.5-year-old is now 8.5 years old and healthy, and here today completely healed. I've tried to follow Dr. Bob's advice, but I struggled at first with what to do with the bad memories and all of the fear. Until a dear friend and a mom of a daughter who survived lymphoma told me, take all of it, every single minute of it, and pack it up in a box with a lock on it. Lock up that box tight and put it up on a high shelf of a closet. Don't open it, don't peek in it. Keep it locked as tightly as you can until you have to open it because a friend or a neighbor has a child who's been diagnosed. Then open up that box and use it to carry that mom or dad as far as you can through this. We are sisters in the sorority no one ever wants to join. I tried so hard to lock that box that I blew off a routine mammogram a few years later. Just really. I have no family history of breast cancer. I'm young, I'm healthy, I'm active, and not even cancer can be so cruel as to hit our family twice in 3 years. But cancer came again, and that routine mammogram is what got me up on the stage and what saved my life. 6 rounds of chemo, double mastectomy, another sorority I never wanted to join, this one pink, and another box to lock up and shove up on that shelf. I'm the type of person who prefers to leave those boxes up there and just focus on the good and try to move on. I would rather not stand up on stage telling my story. However, if my story helps someone else go get a mammogram, or helps someone feel not so alone as they go through this, or helps end this disease and makes the walkers stop coming because cancer is cured, then I will tell my story. I've learned through all of this how amazing we can be when we support each other. The memories that I cherish and will always leave out of that box are the memories of the people. All of you here who were endless support and wisdom and care during treatment. To all the doctors, nurses, and support staff who take the time to talk, to reassure, to bring a muffin, to be cheerful, to squeeze us in, to tell us that we really do look good with whatever our hair looks like today. Thank you. You are the good night people. Families and friends also matter so much. Standing next to me is Jamie. She's my best friend from high school and a constant friend to this day. She was one of the first people that I told that my son had cancer, and she brought me donuts and Diet Coke in the hospital 4 years ago. She was one of the first people I told that I had breast cancer in the parking lot of our children's school, because I knew that she would support me and love me and help me get through this big battle. I had no idea how far she would go. She's kind of an overachiever. And this is where the whole story gets kind of unbelievable. So I'll hand it to Jamie for that part.
Good morning. So as Julie just shared with you, she and I have been friends for years and have experienced many major life moments together. But we never could have known how all of those moments were preparing us for what would be one of the most life-changing milestones of our friendship. I vividly remember that day in the school parking lot when Julie leaned on my car window and said, "I have breast cancer." My first thought was, how's that even possible? You're too young, you're too healthy. And then my next thought was, I'm gonna go call my physician today to get this lump checked out that I found about a month ago. And 6 days after my friend of 30 years was given the news that she had breast cancer, I began my journey right alongside her. So, we began the wild ride that we like to call the roller coaster. Julie was slightly ahead of her treatment timeline, which was incredibly helpful for me, and I leaned on her for advice daily. I remember texting her the day before my port placement, asking her what type of shirt I should wear to the procedure, and thinking how absolutely crazy this was. I should be asking my friend what kind of shoes go with this cute outfit, not what shirt best accessorizes my port. We were even scheduled for infusion on the same day, twice. The first time this happened, it was my first round of chemo, and Julie's second. I'll never forget as she strolled into the room, pushing her IV pole with her beautiful bald head and a 100-watt smile, and I slurred some Benadryl-induced hellos, and we laughed at the craziness of it all. But she was my angel. She made me laugh. She helped me through those tough first moments of my journey. And in turn, I was able to talk Julie off the ledge on those days when her fear was stronger than her peace. Our personalities and our unique giftings seemed to come into play at exactly the right moments. We became inseparable, and the daily text stream on our phones would literally stretch for miles. The questions were constant. What does it feel like when your hair falls out? Are your eyes twitching? How are your hot flashes? Do you feel as horrible as I do today? We would even venture out for exercise together, which consisted of a snail's pace walk around the block. You would think we completed a marathon by how excited we were at that accomplishment. Even through the difficult days, we tried to keep our sense of humor. On one occasion, we were sitting together after a short walk on a wall in front of her house, and a car drove by. This woman driving the car slowed down and looked at us with a complete look of utter confusion. It took us back for a moment until Julie turned to me and said, "Well, she's probably never seen two bald girls sitting on a wall before." The support for each other extended into our immediate families as well. Our incredible husbands spent time together talking about the challenges the caregivers have in this journey, and became a sounding board for each other's emotions. I think those conversations were 20% about breast cancer, about 80% about mountain bikes, personally. Our children supported each other too. My daughter showed Julie's son how to hug his mommy around her leg after her mastectomy so he wouldn't hurt her. And a quick, "Yeah, my mom is fine," spoken over a pile of Legos after my surgery to Julie's son was all that he needed to comfort and calm him before his mommy's surgery. Between all of our other family members and friends, the support we had was deep. As Julie mentioned earlier, we are so grateful for the medical team we had here at Benderson. To Dr. Dietrich, Dr. Parsons, Eileen, Joy, Lana, Dr. Linebarger, and the many, many more nurses and staff that graciously and thoughtfully cared for us through this difficult time in our lives, we thank you. You cared for us with such grace and compassion, and sometimes a little humor too. I'll never forget my survivorship appointment with Eileen, when she came into the exam room celebrating the successful elimination of my cancer, shaking a set of maracas. I promptly told her that my new set of maracas were much better than hers. We also want to thank all of you our brave sorority sisters here before us. You inspire us. You give us hope. You show us that there is life after breast cancer, that it doesn't have to define you, but it can change you, and for the better. I think the theme of this year's event, Believe, is so fitting because I believe in God and I believe in the power of prayer. I believe in all of you, your strength, your resilience, and the message of hope you bring to this world. I believe in friendship and holding each other's hands as we walk through this life together. And I believe that someday, because of the tireless work of our scientists and researchers, incredible events like this, and the generosity of so many, that my daughters and their daughters will never have to join the sorority that we call breast cancer. Thank you.